Alright, let's do a drama. This is how a 53-year-old man acts. Oh boy.
Not educated enough. You're not bright enough, Vara, to talk to me or to talk about what I talk about. You're just not.
He also said...
So he really mad about this, huh? He really in his feelings.
Not educated enough. You're not bright enough, Vara.
Man, talk about bad faith. Slamming into a woman like that? That's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. This is what
Vara,
it started off with.
Because of your hair and your face and your gender. And that's fine, by the way. There's no problem with that. I don't deny anyone making money.
It's fine. Now, obviously, like, all of the things that make you, like, you don't owe any of your success to the effort that you've put into it, and it's only because of the way that you look.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I'm not judgmental. I'm not being judgmental, but, like, you're stupid, and you're only popular because of the fact that you're an attractive female. But that's fine.
When you put it that way, it sounds kind of sexist, huh, chat?
Like, you know what I'm bad at, Vara? I'm bad at math, man. If I was in, like, you know, NASA and they were like, oh shit, the space station's gonna explode. Everybody, we can only solve this by looking at the blueprints and the math and the you know, geometry. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Jeffy, get in here. Within 5 minutes, they'd be like, Jeffy, go get the coffee. It's not for you. That's okay.
Did my brain skip, like, something? Chat, I think we're, like, actually in a mental health crisis. This is kind of crazy.
Hey, they're right. Your voice could literally get Putin to back out of the Ukraine.
What? Wait, excuse me? We went from NASA space station to Putin? What?
Ukraine. The Ukraine was a boy band from the 80s. Ukraine. You have about as much mental capacity as a spider that I killed in my shower this morning. It's the goddamn truth, Vara.
So, what did Putin have to do with this?
It's gonna explode.
Dude, I have a headache. I actually think my blood pressure got so high, my head hurts a little bit now.
Everybody, we can only solve this by looking at the blueprints and the math and the, you know, geometry. I don't fucking know.
How cooked are
Jeffy,
you?
get in here. Within 5 minutes, they'd be like, Jeffy, go get the coffee. It's not for you. That's okay. They're right. Your voice could literally get Putin to back out of the Ukraine.
What?
Is he hitting on her?
What? He's saying that her voice is attractive enough to convince Putin to back out of Ukraine? What has that got to do with talking about DEI in Dragon Age, bro? No, he's saying she's annoying? Oh, okay. See, I'm not that fucking retarded. I didn't understand that. Thanks, chat. See, you had to explain that to me. Okay, I understand now. What?
He's saying her voice is annoying? Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
You saying I'm stupid? No, chat, I'm not. You guys are smart because you understood the context. Oh my god, I'm gonna start my head's starting to get cooked. I'm ready.
When you have a controversial opinion on the internet, you're bound to get wrecked for it, and that is exactly
Absolutely.
what's happened with David Jaffe. He decided to go on this tirade about how YouTube grifters killed Dragon Age the Veilguard when it was just a pile of trash that absolutely nobody enjoyed, but he decided to target certain content creators.
I think that's incorrect. I think that a decent amount of people enjoyed it, and it's a mid-game. It's just that the writing was absolutely horrendous and brought it all the way down to being dog shit. Also, the combat was dog shit from what I saw. I watched Asmund play it. I didn't want to play it. I didn't want to waste my time. But yeah, it's just not a good game. I wouldn't say it's a dog shit 1 out of 10. It's not a what is it called? A golem game, but Asmund gave it a 6. Yes, but Asmund skipped all the dialogue. He skipped almost all of it. I think he played like a little bit at the start, and yeah, he got about an hour or two in, and then he just started skipping everything.
Creators, myself included, and he's even going so far as to say that I am only successful because I'm a woman. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I think that this is hilarious because we are talking about the type of person who preaches for diversity and inclusivity until it comes time to support inclusivity of thought and diversity of opinion, but also I am a woman who happens to have a voice, and I have this platform that I'm extremely grateful for, but he is mad that I even have it, going so far as to say,
I will give him where credit's due. If he had massive boobies and he said that Putin was gonna pull out of Ukraine because of her voice and that she was so, what did he say again? He was that, God, I can't even repeat it because my brain's actually starting to get fried. That she has the mental capacity of a spider that he squished in a shower, he would probably get more views. He's absolutely right. He's not wrong there. He is not wrong.
That I am a, quote, mental lightweight. So this really only all started because he got called out for his awful Dragon Age take. God of War's director, David, blames YouTube grifters for killing Dragon Age the Veilguard, which is absurd. We did not kill this game. What we do online...
By the way, this title is not a bait. I watched a portion of the video. He actually did compare being black to being transgender. You can go and find it. I'm pretty sure Aswin reacted to it too, but that's not an exaggeration. He did say those words. This guy is crashing out beyond belief.
This game, what we do online is we voice our opinions. Now, I, of course, live streamed a full playthrough on the channel from start to finish. I gave my take, I did a review at the end of those live streams, and I just simply did not enjoy it. It did not feel like Dragon Age. I was sick and tired of the modern terminology being shoved in your face, like transgender, non-binary, having to pick your pronouns. I think that's ridiculous in a fantasy dragon game. That's just...
Again, I don't give a fuck about that personally. I genuinely don't care. It might be a nitpick to me and it's unimmersive, but I'm not like, oh shit. It's fine. I don't hate her for having her opinion. She can think however she wants. She does have opinions that I agree with. God damn it. Hold on, let me read the TTS. What'd you say? I feel bad for David. He must have been smuggling on a cocaine for him to make all these trash takes. His career and rep going down the drain. This guy hasn't been relevant. This guy hasn't been relevant in years. Yeah. The previous God of War before Ragnarok had a better story, in my opinion. And that's totally fine. I have not played it. I've only heard things and read reviews.
My take. He's allowed to say that he thinks it's fine. It is what it is. But we did not kill this game. What we did was we gave our opinion. And when it comes to actually talking about some of the people behind this project, they really do seem to hate gamers, so we just called it all out. And he's furious that our voices matter, that content creators have a voice, but also that it's so easy for people to, at the end of the day, give their opinions.
But shouldn't shouldn't the people with all the money and all the journalism, like game journalism money that get funded by massive corporations have a bigger voice because they have more money and more subscribers or whatever? Shouldn't they be the ones that are winning instead of just YouTubers? Like Vara. Vara has 141,000 subscribers. Do you really think that she made that much of a dent that people didn't buy the game? Again, I cannot stress this enough. I don't fucking care about the pronoun shit. I genuinely don't. It's such a non-factor in a game. Like, yes, it's stupid. But there's also people who hated Baldur's Gate for having females with penises in the game. You could have a cock on a female in that video game. There were people that wrote articles about it and said that it was stupid and like, oh, it's so stupid in a fantasy game. Like, no one fucking cares. The game was amazing. It is amazing.
For an average person, maybe like you watching, he is furious at that. And you know, I understand that he's a little bit salty. He's not relevant anymore. He used to be extremely relevant. He's got this YouTube channel with, I think, like 55,000 subscribers, which is still pretty good. Don't get me wrong.
Sure, yeah.
But it's clear that he's just a little bit angry that this is the situation. And he actually decided to make this post over on X saying, you don't have to like me and certainly don't have to agree with me, but please don't lie about what I say. And if you are going to try to attack me, please be smart enough to do so Vara Dark. Otherwise, I'll feel like I'm picking on a little kid. First of all, he could not even...
I was about to say they misspelled her name.
spell my name right when it's right in front of his face. But, okay. I suppose I'm not going to nitpick here, but he had a complete and utter meltdown and spazzed out after I roasted him. God of War's...
Hold on, I gotta read this. It's kind of relevant. Here's my hot take. Jaffe is the polar opposite of Grumps. Both are washed-up senior developers, have nothing really to show for it, so they lean heavily into political nonsense. They're two sides of the same coin. I agree to an extent. Grumps also did a lot of good for Blizzard, and he does have some opinions that I agree with. I actually got into a little bit of a spat a year and a half ago, a long time ago. I had like, I don't know, like 2,000 Twitter followers. I can't remember what the fight is about. And I just said, like, Grumps, this is fucking stupid. And a bunch of his boys came in and they rolled up and called me a dumb VTuber. I didn't care that I disagreed with him. And that's totally fine. He responded to me and just said, like, yeah, I think you're wrong. He didn't call me names, at least. I don't care. He has a lot of facts that he states on his Twitter. He states a lot of dumb shit too. It doesn't mean that he's not valid in his opinions. Everybody's allowed to have an opinion. Stop fucking trying to make it about, oh, you're not allowed to say this. You're dumb. You're a woman. This is why you have a platform, because you're a woman and you're hot. If I was hot and I was a woman, I'd get this many views too. Cope, seethe, mold.
Director had a total meltdown and spaz out after he was roasted by YouTuber Vara Dark. Dark roasted him in a recent video upload covering Fandom Pulse's article where he blamed so-called YouTube grifters for killing Dragon Age the Veilguard. I said he's, a very salty that average people can take to social media and voice their opinions, as I just said. I will link the original video down below just because I don't think I should go over every single talking point. He talks about the Trump assassination and me calling him out on him saying...
I can't, bro. We went from Dragon Age having shitty writing to Trump's assassination. What are we smoking, man? Please, God. Oh... Who's the president that took away insane asylums from America? Was it Reagan? Who was the guy after that? I can't remember. I'm like rubbing my head. My head hurts.
He believed it was staged. He brings up books and how he is telling me to just read a little bit. I've got to do research. And, as time goes on, it gets even worse for him because heading on over to this Smash JT article, he said, quote, "You are in that chair, Vara, because of your hair and your face and your gender. And that's fine, by the way. There's no problem with that. But let's be clear. You're a mental lightweight."
You know, and it's just hurts so much to read this, because if Andrew Tate said something like this and he is like really extremely misogynistic, people would expect this coming out of his mouth, right? Because he treats women like shit and said that they should be subservient and that whatever. Like, again, I'm not going to reiterate what he says because I think a lot of shit that he says is so fucking dumb. But again, he's allowed to say that, and it's what you expect. I would believe this is a take quote. No, genuinely. You're a mental lightweight. You should shut the fuck up and go back to the kitchen.
I am in this chair because I genuinely believe the things I'm talking about, because I genuinely want the video game industry to be better. I am sitting in this chair because there are not enough voices when it comes to the gaming industry and trying to protect the previous franchises that are getting absolutely destroyed by activists right now. I am sitting in this chair because not a lot of other people will. And I'm not saying that there's no one, right? There are tons of amazing content creators who are now talking about the culture war in Gamergate 2, but I've been talking about censorship in the video game industry and microtransaction problems and the awful way that, you know, developers and community managers have acted for years at this.
Again, I don't think activism seeped into video games. It's that companies saw that they had a potential of working in more money to have the appeasement of diversity and inclusion. It's not been working out, and then activism seeped in there. I don't think it started off with that. I think the money incentive was there first, and then activism seeped in. They didn't cry because there wasn't anything in there. They wanted to have money. It's the investors' fault. Everything boils down to money, ultimately. No one gives a fuck about protesters and shit. You think McDonald's gives a fuck about people that protest about how there's fat kids in America? No, man. They make like a burger and they make an ad and they make money and they don't give a fuck.
And I will continue to do so. You can sit here and call me a mental lightweight, but you don't know me. You have not watched all of the 4,000 pieces of content uploaded on my channel. I stream 20 hours a week. I put up 15 videos a week. I have done that for years now. So you can call me a mental lightweight, but I'm going to keep it a buck. I know more about the current state of the video game industry than you have known about the video game industry in the last 15 years. You are complete.
Because he's a game dev. It's not even his job, man. He's an ex-game dev, and he was part of a good game, and like, ultimately, yeah, she probably knows more about it than he does.
Completely out of touch with gamers. You are completely out of touch with how people feel, and you genuinely do not care. You don't care about listening to people. You don't care about listening to me. You do not care about listening to the people that you would need them to swipe their credit cards if you decide to ever get off your ass and make another game. And all you're really doing is embarrassing yourself, bringing up the way that I look, bringing my gender into this conversation. Why does my gender matter? I'm not sitting in this chair because I'm a woman. I have worked hard on my channel for 5 years. It's not because of my hair that people subscribe. It's not because of my face that people subscribe. It's because of the takes that I have. And again, they are takes that I genuinely believe in. So,
but no, Var, you're a grifter because you're saying something that he disagrees with. And people who disagree with him are automatically grifters. There's that shit. Yeah. Roasted like a turkey on Thanksgiving.
You can sit here and you can say this all you want, but you're really just making yourself look even worse than you really already do. And in a previous video, he told me to go fuck myself, lady. My mind is fine. It doesn't really seem so. And even after all of this, all of the rude comments and insults, he came into one of my gaming streams to try to stir the pot and try to reel me into one of his debates, because that's just what he does. He tries to get people to get on a live stream in yelling matches, which is his MO. David tries to...
Wait, what is that? True, chat? Is that true? He yells at people in the interviews or like debates? Bro, you're not 25 years old. You're not gonna be like the Andrew Tate of game dev like podcasting, man. Sadly, yes. I'd have to look it up for myself. I don't know. I kind of hope it's not true, but
corner people into debates because he's really only looking for clout instead of, trying to have an amicable discussion on a matter, because he clearly knows, and I know, that we are never going to see eye to eye. We're never going to agree. But having a discussion and each one of us stating our opinions is still an okay thing to do, but it's just not what he's looking to do, and it's not what he's done in the past. He just wants to scream at people about how wrong they are, and maybe one day this will change, but at this point in time, that's the way that he works. And I've always said, if someone wants to have a discussion live, I'm willing to do it. I've said it to Alyssa. I've said it about people like Anita Sarkeesian and others, but that's something he could have just reached out on a platform like X about, not in a gaming stream. When I'm streaming a video game, I'm trying to show off a game and show you guys what's great about it or what's bad about it. I'm not there to talk about drama, but after my stream, I did what I said, which was go and attempt to reach out to him, but I can't even DM him on X.
And it doesn't even matter that she plays games on stream and has hundreds of hours of video gameplay. People still discredit her opinion. That's why I never listen to people who are like, oh my god, Alana, you're so fucking stupid. You don't know what you're talking about because you don't play games on stream. It doesn't matter. Nothing will ever make you happy. Nothing will make you happy because you fucking hate me because you're stupid and low IQ.
Because he doesn't follow me and his DMs are closed, so I guess it just is what it is. I can't set up any sort of discussion stream with him, and at this point, I just don't see a way that this is going to happen. Maybe he'll reach out to my business email. Otherwise, I think that idea is dead. Now he's getting raked across the coals by the internet. People are putting up videos like Hypnotic. He put up coverage on this. Shout out to him. I had put up this tweet thread that's gotten, 300,000 views nearly, and people are pointing and laughing. Asmongold said, can you tell him to react to my video too? So
The bald man strikes again. He said, guys, I need content. Can you please post content?
For tomorrow.
He's such a content freak, dude.
And I just responded with, one of your greatest talents is being able to react to anything. Just predict what he's going to say. That shouldn't be too hard, given it's the same talking points from anybody defending the mainstream industry, and react to what he could say. Be 2 steps ahead. Savvy had said he still can't answer how a YouTuber prevented the target audience from buying the game. Waste of time. That one is, yeah, he could at least clearly point out and lay out his thoughts and kind of his thought process and why he came to that conclusion, but he, of course, didn't. Stuttering Craig said, my favorite part of his rant was when he called you stupid, but can't even define what a woman is. It's so hilarious. I can't believe this dude made one of the best franchises in gaming ever. Yeah, he's created some really great things in the past. I'm not,
Again, this goes back to celebrities being good actors and having a social media platform where you get disillusioned by their character and it ruins things for you. Again, you're allowed to have an opinion, but you should expect for people to get upset by your shit takes if they are extremely polarizing. I don't know, maybe Keanu Reeves is like an ultra alt-right or an ultra far left. Like, it doesn't matter what he does. He's a nice person in public. Nobody ever shit talks him. They all say nice things to him. He seems like a good human being, but ultimately it doesn't matter who he votes for because he doesn't make it public. He does his job as an actor and he's a nice person. People would find out that he's ultra far left or ultra far right now in this day and age and crucify him for it. I don't care who he votes for.
Bashing his...
But this goes back... Sorry, this was supposed to lead back to the fact that this person made an amazing gaming franchise that people have enjoyed for 20 years or 15 years? But he's ruining that reputation by shit posting online and doing this shit for clout and shitting on women.
Gaming creation history, but that doesn't mean that he's got this pass to do whatever he wants and say whatever he wants and attack the very people he may need again one day to swipe their credit cards on products. He went so crazy, he turned into a woman hater and couldn't even stick to a point. Classic move. He's the worst. He can't even get positivity grifting right. Imagine.
Again, I think that he's having a mental breakdown because his thoughts do not make cognitive sense. They're not coherent. He jumped from one point to another, and then circled back to Vara being like a woman, or he started off with being a woman. Like, this is not how normal people think. I genuinely think he needs medication. He needs help. I mean this in the nicest way possible.
Leaving game development just to talk to the boys online. What a clown. You know, if
I pity him, I really do.
Like them,
I don't hate him. It's just sad to watch.
Immediately say that you are the enemy. This is unfortunately very true. They do not have opponents, they have enemies. And if you are not with them, you are starkly against them. And that's so sad because I am fine with people having their own opinions, even if they differ from mine. But at the end of the day, you still should try to be respectful towards people. And as you guys know, I stream video games 20 plus hours a week. I stream most major releases. I talk about games for who knows how many hours a week on top of that via videos. And it's clear that I'm not just sitting in this chair to make money. It's very clear that I'm not just sitting in this chair reading from a random script. I am sitting here giving my genuine opinions on the gaming industry, and it just so happens to be that there are a lot of people out there who agree with my takes. 136,000 people, which is absolutely phenomenal to see. And again, I appreciate all of you for subscribing, for supporting. It is fantastic to have such a passionate community, and that's something that David just doesn't understand anymore, is you have to respect the people that you like and even that you dislike in order to get anywhere in life, and that's just not his mentality and a lot of radical leftists' mentality. So I will be keeping my eye on this to see if he goes maybe on another unhinged rant, but I'll leave you all with this.
I don't even think he's radical left, in my honest opinion. I think he's just... I don't even want to call him a grifter. I think he just doesn't know what he's saying, and he says things, and he says things to get clout. I don't know where this guy lives and what he's doing. I think he's just stupid. Yeah, like, he's super emotional. Yeah, like a cloud-chasing boomer, I guess.
Very, very telling clip.
Go fuck yourself, lady. My mind is fine. Go fuck yourself,
it is
lady.
what it is. But with that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either
I'm disliking
way,
it
but I'll talk
right
to you all again in the next video really soon.
Yeah, I don't know about your mind is fine if you go from Trump assassination to killing a spider in your room. Anyway.